It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Go.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Vick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Vick on 3rd and 2. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 29, Vick. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. These may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out. 50. Mike 51. Get the ball. 626.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Strip that ball. Back one. 951. Hey, echo.
Rodgers throwing again. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Big stop, D. Big
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Right back to Sanders on first down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups. 1 yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Rabbit. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Check 3. Great stone. My ball. Go. Let's go.
Vic readies to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Christian Kirksey. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Let's go now. You're on the base. Here we go. Hatchet. Good. Motion. Kill. SOS. SOS. Check.
On third down, Vic. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Shit! To the 50. Hey, you block over here.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's complete down. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep down. Well, this is taken in all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Watch the boot. Check. 53, Mike. Check. 53. Box it. Screen.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Mike, 53. Hey, wahoo! Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 53 is the Mike. Look at this.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to go down again.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Go. Check. 53. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Vick. Deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. Trump. You don't want it.
Now here's Vick. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
After the sack on 1st down, Vick under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check 99. Check 99. Check for it. Switch, please.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And the pressure gets to him again. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers out of the backfield. This is Aaron Jones. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just about on his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Vick. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down
Check,
and
42's
4.
the mark. Check, 42's go. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 42's the mark. Hayden. Let's go, D.
3rd and short yardage. Vick. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Watch the safety screen. Back north. Twist. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, 88. Let's go. Hey, we got. Hey, my 7. 53. Hey.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. He stiff arms him. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert it. 53. No ball. Push him back. Bravo. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Let's go.
That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. First down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, Vic. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half.
You got this.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. Blitz coming, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check 9. Go.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Vick operating on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now here's Goodwin with another jet sweep. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard
Check 50,
line.
check 50. 66, pull it, now.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. First down, Vick rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And an alley to run. He's got daylight past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run as his guys are back within a single score.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it Try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Stop your running. Check.
Here's Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slam. Check your hot read.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. He's got the first down and more past midfield. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Check safety. Big dad.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming right.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's their quarterback. 39 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the way? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike, 53. Mike. 50. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 5-4. Hey, 626. Mike 54.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. That's complete to Sharp, but they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On first down, Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. That incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, D. 53 to Mike. Yeah. All day, just like that. Just like that.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie. Plant. You kill it, motion me out.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
26.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check three.
Running right, here's Sanders. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of...
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Another run with Sanders. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 3 down. 3 down. Odd. 42's the mic, boys. 42. Yeah. Watch the run. Go. Mike 42.
On 4th down, Vick, he's going to float this one. Deep rights. Got a man, it's caught. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 55 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
49, Packers 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Get in the weight room. I got it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
54. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. What we got? Easy. Whip. Watch the whip.
Here, Mike.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, he's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Box it.
Throwing is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go again with Sanders. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Exit.
Jump out.
Mike 51.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, the win is their 8th on the